Donald Trump supporters are killing Black Lives Matter protesters. Yes, actually killing people. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. This is, another one of these grim stories. Can you imagine if one of Donald Trump's snowflakes, if just one of these white guys that feel that they have to walk around with giant guns to compensate for their own inadequacies, if even one of them was shot and killed or even badly beaten up by a Black Lives Matter protester, or even a white Black Lives protester, we would know their name. They would be, it'd be like Kate Steinle, the woman who was, where the quote illegal alien, an undocumented, I believe he was from Mexico, dropped a gun in San Francisco, it discharged accidentally and killed her, and she became a hero. I mean, every single day for weeks on Fox News and right-wing hate radio. Oh my God, Kate Steinle, she's dead. Oh, poor Kate. Here's her family. Oh my God. If even one had died. And yet the absolute opposite is happening. We saw yesterday, or day before yesterday, I believe it was, June 15th. Yeah, day before yesterday, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And by the way, I reported this wrong yesterday, so let me correct the record. In fact, several people have contacted me to correct the record, and thank you for that. There was this protest, and there was a right-wing militia who showed up, and, of course, the Black Lives Matter protesters. And then this crazy guy, his name is Stephen Rae Baca, showed up with a gun and shot and critically wounded Scott Williams, one of the protesters in Albuquerque. Now, yesterday I reported that Baca was a member of the militia. I was wrong. He was not. In fact, one of the militia members actually helped restrain Baca. But frankly, I would suggest to you that, Baca, he was a Trump supporter. He showed up at Trump rallies. There's pictures of him wearing his Make America Great hat, and he comes and he shoots somebody. I suspect that if the militia hadn't been there with their guns, he wouldn't have felt quite so safe wading into the crowd with his own gun. I mean, nobody realized what he was going to do until he started shooting. But, he was an alternative delegate from New Mexico to the 2016 Republican National Convention, the shooter. In September 2019, he went to the Albuquerque Trump rally wearing a MAGA hat. He wrote about an awesome time and a great rally. I mean, this guy's a total maggot. The Albuquerque Tea Party itself put him on their board of directors and described this guy who tried to kill somebody as a hardcore conservative. Then on June 5th, a Texas man came in with a chainsaw at Black Lives Matter protesters in McAllen, Texas. Daniel Pena, he ranted in an apparent reference to George Floyd. It was an effing N-word and a bad cop. And then he assaulted the protesters, ripping signs from their hands and revving a chainsaw at them while screaming racial slurs. Trump's campaign manager, Mercedes Schlapp, amplified a tweet that praised his racist assault. Seriously, this tweet said, "I want this guy with me in a ride or die moment." Right. Bogdan Vechurko drove a tanker truck through protesters on a highway in Minneapolis on May 31st. Tried to kill people. Didn't succeed. He hit a bunch of people. Thousands of people fled in panic. This is an 18-wheeler. He is a Trump donor. He has made contributions to the Trump Make America Great Again committee. And he's made donations to the Republican National Committee. He is one of among 19 documented vehicle attacks on protesters. 19 times. On May 30th in Omaha, bar owner Jake Gardner killed a 22-year-old African-American man, James Scurlock, during anti-racist protests in Nebraska City. Gardner, the killer, was a volunteer with the Trump campaign in 2016 and used racial slurs against Scurlock before firing his gun. The Douglas County Attorney Doug Klein took less than 48 hours to decide that this killer was acting in self-defense and say, we're not going to press any charges. After all, he just killed a protester, right? He just killed a black guy. He's a white guy. I mean, this is what we do in America. Is this our new normal? White terrorists killing protesters, killing people exercising their First Amendment right to peaceably assemble and petition their government for redress of grievance and to have free speech. Is this our new normal? Have we entered that era? Is this like the rise of the new pseudo-confederacy? I know that there's this whole movement, the whole Boogaloo Boys thing of, hey, let's have a civil war. Let's try to start a civil war. Are we here yet? Or is this going to calm down? I am not hearing Republicans go to the floor of the House or the Senate to denounce these people. And I guarantee you, if a black person had killed, for a while when they thought that maybe protesters had killed those 2 cops in California, they were all over it. Oh my God, oh my God. Well, it turns out it was a right-winger.